Hello everyone, hope you all are having a good Sunday. Today we meet again to continue the playthrough that I started last Sunday on Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. The idea is reaching 100% completion, which includes all the wanderers, but it's kind of early to start thinking about that, isn't it? So far we have to clear the first stage of the game, which is, just having limited... The tracks are limited, there's not that many racers, and... yeah, the map hasn't been completely opened yet, so... there's quite a few things to do still. Now the message on Discord. Hello Chor Falls, hello Lamborghini Kuntash, hello Nix, hello Ludicrous Fall, hello Kiryu, hello Random, I hope you guys are doing well. This game was my childhood. I kind of came a bit later into them, but I surely really appreciate it. Probably for me one of the best games on the PS2 when it comes to racing games. Okay, now that I'm streaming, I can actually switch into the game's tab and avoid those pesky frame drops which plague my emulator for some reason. Been playing this game recently and just cleared the first stage, although in a different order than you. Yeah, usually people start with Tokyo, but I think starting with Tokyo is kind of a... I don't know, I just find it a bit complicated. I think it's better to start with other... okay, sure. With the other ones, Osaka and Nagoya respectively. Hey Ibix, hey Sniper, hope you guys are doing well. My childhood is Midnight Club 3, and I was a bit older when I tested when I played Midnight Club 3, but it's a bit closer to my childhood memories, I suppose. My childhood was more Need for Speed Underground than when it comes to tuner games, really. So how's everyone doing? How was this week? I admit I was pretty busy this week, which is why I couldn't stream. I was kind of busy preparing the next video, which should go out tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow morning. Well, it's morning for me. It's not circle. Circle's for downshift. Oh, that's a nice SL500. Imagine getting an SL500 just to put a roll cage on it. You surely don't see that every day. Impressive that I actually have a better exit than a SL500 actually. That's pretty smooth. Yeah, the wanderer who drives the... it's a white SW20, right? Yeah, I always forget his name, but he's kind of... he's featured on multiple TXR titles, actually. Still Sega, I hope you get better soon. Alcyon, yeah, that seems like a soft lock car. I never really tried pushing TXR3 to its limits, to be fair, but it seems like it seems to be a pretty unforgiving game, so that's why I never really toyed much with starter cars. In the sense that I never went deliberately for the worst option available. But that could be a fun experiment, really. Just didn't want to do it live because it's been a while since I played this game. No, gonna crush. Come on. I really like that shade of blue on the Impreza though. Yeah, it's really pretty. Oh, just don't tell me that we're going to do this. Oh, you better, yeah, okay, good. I was certain that he wasn't going to follow me and we were going to have a draw immediately. Z31, I actually started my very first playthrough of TXR3 with the Z31. And I didn't like it as much and I restarted and got the S14 Don't ask me why. I think it's because I started reading resources on the game and they kind of over-exaggerated its difficulty. It was like, oh, I need a better car. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Releases of low... Oh, yeah, the way my... Yeah, but it has no power. It's a naturally aspirated car with no power, and you'll be in a really big disadvantage. As a whole, low-powered NA cars are in a big disadvantage in TXR3 because you want to have the overboost feature, and yes, you can enable overboost in NA cars, but it's not as... It's kind of hard to do. And the trade-offs are much worse because temperatures skyrocket way faster than they do with turbo cars. So you just don't have it, period. And overboost is such a good feature. Is also a turbo? The Alcyon? I could swear it was an inline Boxer 6 NA. Ah, no, those are the later cars, never mind. The earlier cars had a turbo 4, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, my bad. I had a brain freeze moment, one of many. Video idea, tier list of pricing cars, licensed price cars in Forest GT games. If I'm starting to make if I start to make a tier list, if I make another tier list on GT again, it's gonna be something a bit different. I mean, I think the idea isn't bad. It's not exactly something I want to make, and since I don't want to make it, I'll probably just do it half-fast. And yeah, when I want to get into those videos, it's usually because I want to answer something in my brain, and then I start just looking into things borderline obsessively, because that's just the way I do things, really. We can actually check the engine of the Alcyon when this day is completed, actually. Any tips are actually making cars turning corners? In TXR, you mean? I admit I'm not the best at this game, so probably most advice that I will give you is not the meta advice in quotation marks, but usually my strategy is just use the brakes. Yes, you'll lose time, but use the brakes. Seriously, I mean, just tap the brakes early and start turning in. See, that's kind of my whole strategy, really. Just brake and try to avoid contact with the walls. Also, don't underestimate downforce. If you have a wing, and the wings are pretty important in this game. Sure, you'll lose out on top speed, but it's so irrelevant. The time you gain through corners is so much more important that... Are the non-JP cars viable in this game? Depends on the car. The problem with non-JP cars is their cost, number one, and second, the fact that the good ones you get really late in the game. By example, the Gembala is brilliant. It's a really good car. But the problem with the Gembala is that you get it so late in the game that by then you'll have your end game build. You know, your car will be completed, and you probably don't need another car. And even then, it'll probably be your engine swap Japanese car is gonna be faster than it anyway. Probably, I don't know. Probably be head on head. So yeah, it's just kind of a tricky thing where you have to really go out of your way to actually use cars which are in Japanese. Yeah, the handling takes some getting used to. The handling is weird. There is no going around that. Honestly, I don't know which advices I could give, because for me it's kind of a weird handling model as well. I mean, my strategy is just take it easy. And don't try to push too hard on corners because cars break grip randomly. For the most part, it kind of works. Also, just try to avoid just going from one side to the other. If you're committing to a turn, then just don't try to correct suddenly, or you'll probably lose grip. Kind of did that just now, and the car almost goes out. You need to enter that previous stop 3 times, I think it was, to actually trigger the RX-7 guys, which then bring the Pantera guy. Yeah, the Pantera is so cool, but I think it's kind of... First of all, the Panteras... one of the problems that those cars have, right, is not only they are expensive to buy, but they are expensive to tune up. It's an unholy combination of cost, really. It's just so... The costs are so high that it makes absolutely no sense to go after them, really. Yeah, that's always a good approach, really. Just enter the corner slowly, rather than just throwing the car in. You're gonna lose out more speed if you actually go into a wall or something like that. Or you do things like this because you're looking at your chat, actually. Yeah, the S13 is just such a pretty car. For me, the S13 is probably the peak Silvia. I mean, the S15 is really cool. The S14 isn't bad. I like them all, you know, the 3 final run cars. I mean, S13, 14, and 15. But I think the S13 just feels more... It's just more iconic, really. It's a PS2 game, it's just running through an emulator with a fair bit of upscaling. The S13 is kinda alright, right? Thank you for asking, just clocking its first run of the night. Welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's kind of a problem with NA cars too, the overheating. In theory, their temperature should be less of a concern because you're not running overboost and things like that, but yeah, it can get a bit annoying because you don't really have any trade-offs from it, and at least with turbo cars you have the trade-off of increased speed for a short period of time if you manage it. F1 manager for Williams in 2022. Good to know someone on my chat has the ability to time travel. That's gonna come in handy one day. It's another of these Project IP cars. I think that's a Nissan. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, seriously, just leave a like on the stream so this channel can reach a bigger audience. And I'm sure all of you want to help me out to continue doing this because I know all of you are good people with good intentions. Oh great, the truck's on the outside. That's really good for me. He's gonna go into the truck. Yep, he's gonna go into the truck. That's good for me. Yeah, Celate is really cool, but Celates are a bit more of are pretty hard to find. I mean, sure, you could kind of make your own, but... Okay, boss battle. Nissan Glory. C1 Grand Prix. Yeah, I never played that because it was only in Japanese. That's good news, Lucasful, actually. Yeah, 4 doors are really good in this car, in this game. By example, the Toyota Chaser is probably one of the best cars in the game. Stay here, good. But yeah, overall they are pretty nice. I mean, there are some which are better than others, and usually the main problem which cars experience in TXR, it's down to, oh yeah, oof, god, that's a flashbang. Oh yes, there's the 500E. That's a car. That is a car. God, I love those things. So cool. Okay. There we go. Battle should start soon. Probably got stuck because it couldn't start the battle on that narrow part of the track. It's kind of funny because the bar of the Lexus refills again. W124s are so cool. They're probably one of my dream cars without a doubt. And there are a couple in here, but the problem is I don't have the $10,000 that they're kind of asking for one. They'll probably remain a dream car. They both got stuck. That's pretty good. Who's coming? There's someone that I haven't challenged there. Gonna wait. Yeah, the whole 500E store is kind of crazy. Wait. Will he beat you two? Nah, it's gonna take a while. I might as well just go after him. Oh no, he's... Just... why don't you start moving? There we go. Somebody has managed to overtake me. Yeah, not just that. I mean, the engineer, not only Porsche engineered the cars and built them. The building process of the 500D was absolute insanity, and that's probably what gets me the most. What are you? Why the game is telling me that there's a car that I haven't beaten when I have clearly beaten both? Is it further ahead? Or it's... oh, don't tell me it's... I've already told him. Yeah, it's... yeah, it's so confusing that it doesn't have elevation changes. It's really confusing. Someone else is coming, I think. There you are. Seeing you. You see your bright blue marker. Is this the guy I'm looking for? No, that's not the guy I'm looking for. Let's use a regular S13. Okay. So you were closer to me. Are you the... no, you're another on the team. Driver. Yeah, but still, the cars had to be like shipped 3 or 4 times in between the factories of both Porsche and Mercedes-Benz. It was so inefficient. And in no small part, that's one of the reasons why 500Es were so expensive, actually. Because building them was a nightmare. For no good reason. Are you the... no, you're not the guy that I'm looking for. Okay. Okay. We'll just try exiting the map and see if he appears then. Ah, too fast. I think it was last week that I was watching a video of the 500E because Harry's Garage got a video on one. And he was comparing them to the M5 of the time, right? And funny enough, on a straight line, the the 500E was faster despite being heavier, much heavier. And sure, it was more powerful, but the power difference isn't that big as you might believe, because the weight difference was much bigger. It's like 300 kilos compared to the M5, and yet it was faster on straight line, which is crazy. Yeah, the E34 M5, yeah. No such thing as light in this channel, but... I suppose the main car news of the week is the fact that that random rumor that appeared of the Silvia being considered for a revival, but it being considered as an EV option. I mean, I don't think any of that is gonna happen for the time being. I mean, think about it. The Nissan has been toying with the idea of making a GR86 now. Well, it was GT86 at the time, but a T86 or however it was called, when it released, competitor for years now. I mean, the ADX concept, if anyone remembers that, in theory was going to be released. It was going to be released, guys, totally, and it never happened. The only release that I saw was it being a Hot Wheels car. So it's not something that they haven't been toying with. It has been on their minds for years now. So the question is, why didn't they pull the trigger despite when it was more reasonable to do so, instead of now, where going into sport car production could probably be a really bad idea? Oh no. I didn't know that the gears on the 500 were so short, actually. That's kind of crazy, because you will think that the gears will be... I think the car has a 155 miles per hour top speed, so you will think that a 4-speed will have to be... will need pretty long gears to actually reach such speeds, really. But that's pretty interesting, and that will explain why the engine has such good acceleration, because the gears are relatively short, so it doesn't take much to put the power down. Yeah, the Silvia Renault is closer to 300 horsepower, but it has good tires for one, so that's a good upgrade that it needed. The wing was also a good upgrade, so yeah, it's doing much better now. It also got... I also managed to shorten the gears to make it to accelerate a bit better. I mean, in a way, it would make sense to have something to compete with Toyota's GR86 and the Nissan the Subaru BRZ. But the question is, why now? When... oh... that 31? Why now when they actually had the opportunity to do it before? That's just my question. The timing seems weird. Why will they wait so long to actually release a GR86 competitor, or however it's called right now? Hey sir, why didn't you just don't stick with a single name for that car? In some places it was called the FT86, in some others it was called the GT86, now it's the GR86. God, stop. Keep your name simple. We all know it's the same car anyway, we are not going to judge you for it, it's fine. Yeah, the lack of grip can get really annoying, and it's even worse when you factor in tire wear, which isn't... there's no way to discover how worn your tires are. You just find out magically. Yeah, that's probably one of the issues of the XR3. Hey Drelux, welcome to the stream, hope you're doing well. Oh. This is why you don't read your chat and drive at the same time, but thank God there's no damage here. Is that the car I'm looking for? No. Yeah, we're gonna return to the garage. I think I have a few miles for the day. Cooldown level 2. Challenge shop. Rolling level 2. Level 2. Engine. I could put an engine 4. I could put an engine 4, sure. But I'm gonna hold up to it. Actually, going to do something else. Rims for the S13. Which rims do I want? Nah, those ones not that good. No texting and driving. I mean, it's a good mentality to have, really. No, we're not pulling the red triangle rims. I think this one's okay. I think I'm gonna try something that I have found. Let's see if it works. See how the car behaves with it. If not, I'll just make them both the same size. Exchanges easily exchangeable parts. Okay, TXR3, that's not a confusing sentence at all. God, yeah, sure, I'm wasting money, but... Let me check something. They're not body painted. They look kind of weird. I'm actually going to go with this. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, performance upgrades in this game actually feel like performance upgrades. Absolutely. 6. I actually like the normal mirrors. No. Wait. No. There we go. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna keep it there. And if it doesn't work, I'll just switch the rims to a normal size. Yeah, rim options are really limited in this game, and it's probably one of the flaws. Oh yeah, you all wanted me to check the Alcyon, the SPX car shop car purchase. The Subaru. It's turbo, I'll be damned. Spec. It's a Turbo Boxer 4. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. Which colors are available now? Oh god. Hey, Dradux, thank you so much for rejoining as a member of the Com family. I really appreciate that. Memberships, donations, everything helps to keep this channel afloat as I make a living doing streaming and videos, really, so everything matters, really, and I appreciate every single one who decides to support me with your hard-earned money, really. Well, there's somebody behind me in theory. Oh, he just made a turn, okay. There's another guy behind me. Yeah, the SPX, I don't know how you will call it. I mean, it's called Alcyon in the game because that's the Japanese name. I don't know if that generation you will even call an SPX, but because it wasn't released as such, I think it was sold as the XT in the US. But that's called the Alcyon in this game, so, yeah. Because it was released as such in Japan. Are you the guy that I'm looking for? Please tell. No, I don't think you are. I don't think you are. Damn it. There's somebody out in the troll. Just get to it later. Thank you, I wrote to babysit my con. He heard they had an accident during a trip at Infineon. Somebody rolled him over with a 70s Ross muscle car. I swear, if I find out who I was, I will do nothing. Well, that's an intimidating choice of words, Stradox. I'm sure they learned. I am sure they have learned their lesson. No. Handling of the car feels a bit different with bigger rims, that's for sure. What car are you gonna get after the S13? I have no idea. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think if the car feels a bit more pointy with the bigger rims, actually. Maybe it's just all in my head, I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe these things, really. Maybe it's the weight reduction, maybe I have no idea what else could it be. Found this debit card on my phone and it worked for some reason. You have a cars that you don't really know what they are? Man, I wish I could reach that state in life. I'm fully aware of what I do with my 2 cards. That's right, 2. Wow. Truly a life of luxury, that of the growing YouTuber. Oh no. Imagine it, you just charged your old job for a YouTube membership. That will be quite the. I mean, you could argue that you need to watch this channel as entertainment to keep yourself amused while working. I don't know. I am not a lawyer, but I will surely try to find ways to make sure you keep being a member. Another thing I was looking into is like that Mercedes-Benz is actually going to... Oh. So I guess we have reached this, guys. No loser. The name is just so funny to me, though. No loser. But I still have members from other teams going around. As long as they don't jump me, it'll be okay. Come in. I was saying, do you all remember the EQ line from Mercedes-Benz of electric cars? Well, the EQS, which was supposed to be their electric S-Class, is going to be discontinued, and they will merge it with the next S-Class. They'll just create an S-Class EV. Nobody had good things to say about the EQ cars. Honestly, I don't think they look good even, so there's that really. Didn't really make sense. It's funny because all these cars are just being pumped, all these EVs just exist to lower the CO2 consumption of the fleets. Well, the entire lineup of a car is called a fleet, and the reason why they make so many EVs is to lower the average CO2 consumption of their entire fleet, and thus avoid penalties and having to pay extra for these things. Because governments will actually put pretty big fines on brands which actually exceed the CO2 requirements. That's the no loser car, right? Yeah. Gonna save. My own card for eShops. Oh, well, that's good. At least you won't receive a random phone call saying, what is this cost? No, but average fuel, CAF is just for average fuel consumption in the US. This is for emissions, and it's applied on Europe as well. So it's not the same as CAF, unless CAF has been changed over the years to actually have emission requirements. Because what CAF used to be when it started was a set MPG target for brands as an average to have across all their cars. Are you the car that I'm looking for? Are you the S13, the other X7 group that I'm looking for? I don't think so, but no, you're just a random pulsar. Don't get me wrong, those GTIR pulsars are insane. All-wheel drive, turbo inline fours, excellent cars that they were. That'll let me through. If you don't let me through, I'll just open the floodgates and blow up the engine if I have to. That's pretty close. I was certain I will crash into it. Yeah, for trucks and SUVs it's slower, you figure. See, that's my one of the reasons why I have this crusade against regulations, because once you start having regulations, all these little exploits start to appear, and they are created by the same agency which is supposed to regulate the industry, and people say like, oh, but companies lobbying, whatever. Is it? Yeah, sure. But you will avoid this if you didn't have the regulation in the first place. It is 100% a regulatory issue. There's no other way to describe it. There's also a thing to mention, it's like the fact that SUVs, they're running car engines, right? Most SUVs are running just an inline 4 2-liter, at most. It's only start to get into more expensive brands where engines get bigger, but in most cases they just don't. They run really pedestrian engines. The average SUV is relatively small, and it's always a car platform-based vehicle, so it has car engines, it's all-wheel drive systems, probably something like Haldex, which is always front-wheel drive unless it detects a loss on traction, which is never, because it's always on the tarmac. And it's not like they're going to disable driving aids and things like that, so it's always fine. So my problem with the whole SUV debacle is just It's just, to me, seems like it's a bit of a failure of realizing that markets change over time and the preferences are never set. If people could predict the preferences of a market, then everyone will be a millionaire. Today people want SUVs, I mean, we don't know what they'll want tomorrow. Oh, that's a pit entry. Yeah, some of them have really small engines because they're based off a small car platform, so they have 3-cylinder engines even. No, I mean, there's an EcoSport which was sold with an 1.0 inline 3 turbo engine. I mean, that's 100% a car engine. Yeah, no, you're right, Trellux, that's true. They exist. The Dacia Duster is also sold with a 1-liter engine too. I mean, there's a lot of them. Because again, they are car platforms with car engines. Perfect, having a pickup instead of an SUV. I mean, it all depends on the compromises that you're willing to make and the things you need, really. Personally, I don't like pickups. I just wouldn't have a use for it. As if you get a double cab, usually, sure, you get the room when you go upwards. I mean, sure, but the space on a small double cab pickup, usually the cargo space isn't that big compared to a saloon or something like that. I mean, sure, it's not small. They will always be bigger, but it's not as big as you expect. That's the thing. Yeah, there's also a whole crossover thing as well. Average rate of cars on Norwegian roads have increased from... Yeah, well, but that's kind of a... That's kind of an overall thing. The weight of cars have increased substantially over time because they have gotten heavier in order to meet safety regulations and things like that, really. It's not just car bigger equals heavier car. Your average compact has gotten much heavier in the last 10 years than it used to be because it has to meet regulations, and crash safety and all of those things require more reinforcements and things which are, heavier. Therefore, the weight of cars have increased substantially. EVs are also ridiculously heavy, and from what I know, Norwegian roads actually have a lot of incentives to make people buy EVs, so there's also that as well. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the entire regulatory frame means that you cannot build a lightweight car, and if you could, because it's not that it's impossible, it will be so expensive that nobody will buy it. I mean, nobody's going to invest McLaren money to buy a hatchback to go from work to their home. So yeah, maybe because you could make carbon top and no carbon fiber panels, but yeah, but nobody's going to pay that. Therefore, it's never going to happen. Sure, the technology is there, but it's not there for mass market. Thunder God. Yeah, station wagons are pretty cool. The cool thing about station wagons, it's kind of the same that's happening with SUVs and crossovers and the like. It's the fact that they were just based off a simple sedan platform. And you could just grab a sedan, change it a bit, and you will have a car which can do more things than an average saloon. It has more carrying space, sure, it's also bigger, so that to consider, but still. And if you want to go off-road, you have things like the Subaru Outback and the Audi Allroad, which have a kind of a rocky launch with its engines, but afterwards they got pretty good. And they are a totally off-road viable replacement for an SUV, funny enough. Can't believe I understeer off that corner. And yeah, the truck kind of screwed me over. I must know out of speed here. Ah, come on, really? You're gonna put a truck there too? Whew. Barely. Okay, there's nobody out, so I'll have to just go into the rest area. Italy, we had a compromise with microcars. I haven't hit big because they have the regulations of a motorpod. So it's either 50cc or a bigger engine like a 125cc. Oh. So you need a new license to have a microcar now, is that the case? And it used to be the case that you didn't need a new license to have a microcar. Roadmaster was the last station one. Yeah, from Buick and GM as a whole. And yeah, some of the Roadmasters have the LT1B8, which is pretty cool. I actually love those Roadmasters. I actually really like those big American saloon type of things. They are totally my type of car. I think this guy doesn't challenge me automatically. Yeah, it challenges me automatically. I actually really like those type of cars. I would like if they were available in here, but they just don't exist. Which is a shame, really. Today when I was doing shopping, there's this bakery that has a W220 C-Class, no, W202 C-Class parked on the front of the shop usually. And it's not in the best state. I usually get pretty annoyed because the owner is one of those people that actually trashes cars and everything, and this thing now got into an accident and it's getting the front repaired and it kind of annoys me. I will give it a much better life, let me tell you. It's a diesel manual, actually. I'm not avoiding them because I'm slow, I'm avoiding them because I want to clear the other teams before I end up this area, you see. I don't need to make the car more powerful, and I still have an engine upgrade which I haven't bought if I need it, so yeah, please. .500cc, I mean, 500cc for a motorbike is pretty hefty. For something like a microcar, then no, it will be kind of small, actually. Depends on the application, really. Oh, I think that's the car that... No, that's not the car I'm after. Damn it. I haven't noticed. It's on the map. Damn. I had my brain left my head for a second. Diesel makes sense. I mean, low. I'm not sure how it will work with a low. What's the word? Damn it! The word's out of my brain. Low displacement engine. Though I have no idea how a low displacement diesel will work for a microcar. No, there's something probably more closer to a motorbike, ludicrousful. Wait, didn't I race against you already? Wait. Ah. I could swear. I have raced against those someone like that before already last night. I'm confused. I'm really confused. Or maybe they just have two members with similar cars. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, good. For a second I thought that he took the wrong way and we were going to have a draw here. He's speeding up, that's for sure. Yeah, Pulsar is pretty cool. I don't think anyone could dislike the GTI R Pulsar. It's a pretty nice car. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, seriously, please leave a like on the stream so we can get this channel to more people and I can continue to do this for a living. I'm sure all of you want to help me out to continue doing this. Another thing, this is more regional, but still. Stellantis has announced a huge investment in my country of Argentina here, so that means we'll have more third-world shitboxes with the Fiat logo built. We'll see where that money goes, but yeah, it's kind of good to know that because car industry here has been falling apart for the last few years. Still, it's not like they're going to make good cars. We still have a long way to go, but hey, some money is better than no money. I think that if I beat this guy, I'll have a new boss to challenge me. I'm not going to speed up the game, it's unnecessary. Why will I speed up the game when I'm trying to drive? Oh, Sweet. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same here. You know what's funny? Here we have the same products that Dacia sells, rebadged as Renault. So we have the Renault Duster, by example, and the Renault Sandero. Outdated versions of the cars that are sold in other markets, by the way, too, so the whole package. There's nothing to rescue about those. Nobody out here? Oh well. We'll return to garage and see what's new. Nothing! Ow. I want to check something though, real quick. Only 29 likes, by the way. We have 34 viewers. Let me check something. The guy I'm looking appears on Saturdays and Sundays only. Okay. Okay. So, what day is today in game then? Friday. Oh, yeah. 11k, you know, Dradux, 11k for a car here is actually a absolute ton of money. Most people don't have that even. So I have 2 teams to defeat. I could try to beat them both and then get the other guys to appear. And get the FTRX7 just unlocked, just in case. And that's the car that I don't want to challenge now. If I had 11k to buy a car, you can imagine I will throw myself into a car and get the cameras I need to start recording it, everything. I forgot I used to do this so much. You start to do this so much at the end of the game, by the way. Just use the drive in the wrong direction to actually find drivers which you actually want to challenge. The more drivers you need to, the less drivers that you actually need to defeat, the more you have to start getting creative to actually approach them and not lose a ton of time. Another of those Japanese sedans that I like so much. I think that's the Nissan Sima. No, I get your point. I mean, I kind of know about the microcar ecosystem in Italy. And things like the Piaggio app and those things, I kind of know what they are. It's not always something difficult to explain, but the cost to me just something I will never ever be able to explain. But yeah, sure, I get your a teenager can drive them type of thing, which isn't the case with cars because they cannot have a car license until they're 18. But still, like, God, I would like to have a car for that amount of money. It's just shocking to me how different things are in other corners of the world where that's considered cheap, and here it's just... If you can actually save $11,000, you're probably rich already. Yeah, €50 loan for 4 years, that's... Yeah, so you're not buying a car, you're leasing it. Yeah, it's pretty... That's alright too, that's a non-existing option in here too. Yeah, I don't really pay much attention to the bad names because they're so random and I don't really understand what they mean most of the time. That reminds me, I actually need to put on a logo there. Oh, S13 versus S13. Oh, no way. I actually ended up stuck behind the truck. You're joking. Probably please stop weaving. Okay. Okay, he's warming tires. He's warming the tires, everything's fine. I think I'm gonna get jumped by a boss now. Yep, there we go. 240 SX. Well, 180 SX. That's the one with the turbo engine in Japan. Then the 200 SX, the 240 was the 9. Okay, easy, easy, easy. They're going to overheat the engine. It's gonna go into the rest area, it seems. Alright, that car is pretty quick. I have to end this race quick, otherwise we're going to be in troubles here. Holy. Sure. This doesn't look good for me. This doesn't look good for me. Come on, I need you to start lowering quicker. Phew. Okay, that's good enough for me. Almost. Almost start reaching the breaking point for the temperature of the water. Hey Benny, welcome to the stream. Hope it... Oh no, you're joking, really? Now these are the guys that I was looking for. And no. look at those. Oh come on. And they jump you. They instantly jump you. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, this is not gonna work. I'm already stalling. At least one of them is actually stuck behind something. Yeah, if I actually beat them with an overheating car, it's gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna try though, like... You have placed me in this situation, I'm sure as hell gonna try now. No, he's gonna... Ah. I sure how use the turn signals through the night. Ah well. What's done is done. What's done is done. At least I think they had a chance there. That's kind of why... That's kind of the tragic part. Please tell me that they're gonna be on the map anyway. Yeah, they will be marked anyway now. Just a matter of finding them now. That's pretty close though. if I actually remember that they turn in there if you don't indicate. And then again, it was kind of close to the corner, so the AI gets kind of wonky when you're close to the corner, and it assumes you're going to make the turn anyway. Just one of those things which happen, bro. They're gonna come through here, actually. So. Bait them into challenging me again. If I can beat these guys, then I can also beat the Pantera too, which is pretty hard. But still, I want to beat that guy anyway. I want to have all of those cars, just in case. Which entry will I want it to be the most similar to? Probably TXR0. While I prefer the map and everything out of 3, I think that there is one big problem with following TXR3's design, and that will be the licensing. TXR0 had no licensed cars, which in a way today is probably a big advantage. My idea will be mixing 3's map design and different regions with Zero's car roster. I think that will be the approach that will work best for TXR right now. So they can avoid paying licensing costs for brands, and that they should have more money for other things. Which they probably need because they're not the biggest studio in the world. Now it's a matter to see if I can actually make the Pantera spawn. How do you make the Pantera spawn? Let me read that again. Yeah, I probably just have to enter and re-enter the truck. Well, the highway. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I don't think it's bad to have licensed cars. I just will do things a different way. One out of safety, second out of cost, really. 80% of people I see play this game use this color for gauges. Really? I thought it wasn't the minority, but I think for me it's the one which pops the most, really. Orange isn't bad, but orange kind of blends in with some of the lighting in the game, I find, especially in the C1 loop. So I prefer this. The good thing about fictional cars is that, one, the stigma of just, fictional cars has kind of evaporated over these years, and I think that's a really good thing, because sure, brands, we all love car brands. I think nobody can deny that. But I think we can also agree that car brands have made it a mission impossible to actually feature their cars. And since most of them, they don't want to play ball with some of the cars that people actually want to see in the games, then why will I feature you? You're just a cost. You're not giving me anything in return, so no. think it's gonna be pretty quick, actually. Quick, but no handling. So that's on my side. Ah. Try to be too fast through that corner. Sure, I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. But just go full overboost. Then we'll just take care of those Evo crew and make them and remove the no parts out of their name and just make them losers. Hey Holy, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing alright. Hope you're enjoying your night too. Your afternoon too. R32? FD? Pantera, that's a pretty good tree of cars actually. Exits. Oh, it's gonna be raining. Interesting. Save. I just want you to see the cost of this thing. I personally love the shade of blue. It just looks so pretty. But it's so expensive. Usually my go-to car is the FD for until the end of the game, really. Usually just buy this, obviously in yellow. And it's my go-to car until the end of the game, really. But I want to do something different this playthrough. The R32 is probably the worst Skyline as usual, I think. I don't know. But it's a car that I really like and I never get to use enough in games, especially in dark blue or... They just made it bright red. The R32 was never offered in bright red, it was just dark cherry red. But, okay. I don't know which color they were trying to recreate here, but this certainly wasn't a factory color for the R32. Yeah, the FD is super cheap to upgrade to, and when you reach the part where you don't have enough engine upgrades, you just grind the miles for engine swap and off you go. Yeah, training. So we're going to put normal tires. Normal tires are the best for rain. HG tires are completely useless, by the way. They do nothing of value. If it's wet, you want normal tires. If it's dry, you want slick tires. You're called less tires. Everything is normal. Yeah, everything's normal. You know what? I'm going to try not to spend more money into this car. So, because maybe I end up changing it. GTRs are way too heavy. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I know the GTRs aren't the best. But they have really good top speed as usual. Okay, no losers. It's time for you to actually lose once in your life. I absolutely love the paint scheme on these cars. I mean, it's unique. It's like they just try to go for the whole military theme. I wouldn't call it pretty, but it's kind of cool for a team. And try to avoid using overboost too if possible, so I overheat the engine. Because I think there is a couple of battles which are actually in succession with this team. So I don't really want to end up in a position where I'm overheating the engine and I have more guys to beat. I mean, actually, I think if I beat them, I'm probably going to get an Evo 5. Or maybe not, because you actually get the special cars. For some reason, all of their cars are considered as special and you can buy them from the special dealership. I think it's because of the paint schemes, really. Genki thought that we will be interested in them. Maybe some people are, but not myself. Okay, so I have to enter and leave, okay. So the second guy triggers. Yeah, you get their customer. Yeah, you get their cars. Funny because those special cars, I seen so many people think like, oh, they probably have the same performance as the cars that I was racing as, and no, when you buy them, they're stock. Therefore, you have to put a lot of money into upgrades to actually make them good, and the cost of their upgrades is so high that it's not worth it, really. And usually they're not worth the effort because they're not as good on performance. Yeah, you don't get the Evo 5. Yeah, I thought so. That's unfortunate, really. Also, today is kind of warm in here. Which is funny because yesterday, it's also a really nice day. It's sunny and pretty. It's a really good day to be outside. Which is funny because the moment things start to get a bit warmer, I see everyone is going out to make weekend parties. And last night around my home, I couldn't sleep because somebody was playing music with their speakers until like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. So yeah, I didn't sleep too much. It's insane. The moment it gets a bit warmer, all of these people come out of the roof. Out of hibernation, and they start bothering with ungodly loud playing cumbia at ridiculously loud volumes. And of course, if I do something about it, I go to jail. But they can do everything they want because the country is for them, it seems. Yeah, you pretty much get the unique boss car at the cost of absolutely everything. Why there's nobody here? Ah, there you are. Yeah, just buying the cars and having them stock and then them being worse than, say, if I buy an Evo 5 and modify it, it's gonna be better than the cars I can buy in the special dealership. It's just so funny to me. I'll probably show you the special dealership ones for don't sweeping them. Alright, Luxie, thank you for dropping by. So they don't come with they don't come tuned stock, but they come tuned stock, but you cannot tune them any further. What's the logic behind that? Let me have my cool car. Damn you. No matter what they do, they just don't get it right, it seems. I think the XRC is a bit like that too. You can buy the boss cars, but they are so expensive that it makes no sense, really. Oh, that's a double battle. That's an Evo 7 too. I won't say for free, but if you're going to charge me an extra, at least make it worth the extra. Don't handicap me and charge me an extra. Funny that the older Evo is pulling harder than the newer Evo. Oh no, he's gonna... You absolute idiot. You absolute idiot. I'll wait for the Evo 7 to start being imported into the US. I think I actually seen the only Evo that I've seen in my life. I actually saw it this year, and it was an Evo 8. There are such cool cars to look at in person, let me tell you. Honestly, I can't wait until the moment where I can actually see these things in real life and stop just looking at them in video games. But I don't think that's gonna come anytime soon, it seems. Okay, we're gonna stay here. Maybe the new channel plans actually get me closer to bringing you all the rail cars, who knows. Probably my favorite is... I don't know which Evo generation is my favorite. I really like the 4th, 5th and 6th Evo, really. The Evolution 5 and Evolution 6. Evolution 4 is really cool too, it has a really unique design. Later cars are also pretty nice. Do I get jump? No. That's 3 out of 6 that I have to be taking and no loser. Well, the 6, the Evolution 6, the TME is just the peak. Especially if we can get it in red with the stripe on the sides, but a good TME right now is probably an Obtainium, really. It's kind of like the 22B, so 22B of the Evolution range. It's the car everyone wants. It's probably the best one. Evo 9. I heard a lot of good things about Evo 9. A lot of people like them. And probably performance-wise, a lot of people say that it's the peak. It's better than the Evo 10, really. It had a pretty complex all-wheel drive system. No collision damage? Yeah, I think it has no collision damage. The Galant is pretty... Yeah, the Galant is... The VR4 Galants are insane, and the Legnum VR4, so just the wagon version, is also really cool if you can get one. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, I would really appreciate it if you did, so this channel can keep on growing, and I can continue to do this for a living, because this is what I do for a living. I stream and make videos. I flash my headlights at you. I don't really like that bumper on the front. I don't like that grille, not the bumper. It's just the grille looks weird. I don't know why he started braking so... Oh, that's quite probably. Still, that's really early braking. Thank you for first place. I think it crashed out. Aha! Oof, flashbang. Sorry, I'm not reading. I actually want to focus. It seems that the next battle's gonna come at me. That's not a good crash. Oh, I lost so much time there. If it wasn't because it was so far behind, I could actually lose that. Oh god, stop flashbanging me! Here you are, final boss of the team. The warship. You know, this guy should have the... Oh, you have the same SP bar for all three, I remember now. That's kind of tough to manage, actually. Go. Go, 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 go. It's getting closer to me. Probably won't get much faster than this, but sure, a few miles per hour always help. And if it is for a split second. He's gonna probably crash here and I went. Yeah, what did I tell you? What did I tell you? So much for driving a S13 in the middle of the rain. I actually destroyed them all. Come on, give me my money. Yes. It's a cutscene time. Yeah, three dragons in J are insane. Yeah. Parts. Engine level 5. I don't even have level 4, I think. Muffler level 3, clutch level 2, and reinforced level 3. Cars. This is what I mean. ZP9, CUMT. Oh, you are so close to actually make it funny. All you needed was to change one letter, and you couldn't even give me that. Car shop. Purchase. It's custom, it's not called special, okay. So here are the cars that I... from No Loser. I mean, they look cool. I mean, the body kit is pretty cool, the wing can be pretty cool at times. I'm not the only one who noticed. Okay, good. But they're stuck. 280 HP. Yeah, they're completely stuck. That doesn't look like brake discs, actually. That car. Oh man, why? Why are they're all... Okay, let's save here. Move. Tokyo. Tokyo is also raining, okay. I mean, oh god, stop doing that. I really don't know what I could do. Because, see, here's my paranoia. Grinding money in this game is really hard. And I need to grind an absurd amount of money to actually beat all the Wanderers. So I don't really want to buy a car, which kind of sucks, and then I have to jump into another car relatively quickly. I mean, my car is doing fine right now. I didn't know this was a thing. That's a pretty nice color, actually. No, you cannot change it into kilometers. Oh, Lexus. Proper tugboat. Oh yeah, talking about tugboat. Oh no, I don't have it. Racy, I thought you will actually unlock the 500E after beating IP Project. Guess I was wrong. I don't care about the S13. Yeah, of course I'm going to do them afterwards, yes, but at the same time, I mean, you still need money. You still need like 20 millions for one of the Wanderers, and then for the other one you need max cash, so yeah. Any bit of money that I can get on before completing the game is going to be handy. For that, I probably need to maximize my win streaks too, so you get more money per win streak. You also get more money if you have more SP at the end of each race, but that's kind of hard to micromanage, really. Man, the temptation to just jump into the R32 is kind of big, but it's not going to be an endgame car, it's kind of a tugboat. I'll think about it. Where do I start? Inner or outer loop? I'll start with the inner loop. Cutscene time! So the moment you step in Tokyo, you just want to start racing. I see. Does this happen to everyone who just goes into Tokyo, just comes out of the plane and says, "Ah, I want to start the street racing"? Yeah, that's kind of my approach too. Just buy a car after clearing the first stage. By the way, give me a second. 1 second. There we go. I shall be back now. Just wanted to move a little bit and didn't want to tap into the microphone. Ah, it's rolling, guys. I think I'm going to be slightly overpowered for this, guys, but yeah, it has to be done. I forgot to put on my icon. This game looks pretty good when raining. I really like how this game looks. It looks so good. You wouldn't think it's a 2003 game, actually, and it is. It's really early in the PS2, like, well, not really early, but it's not past GT4 type of life on the PS2. The thing is, I mean, if I recall, the Rolling Eyes team just rotates a lot of people, but they all use the 86. I mean, they're not the same as they were in Zero. And this game comes like 2 years after Xtreme Racer Zero. Yeah, this is a massive improvement over Zero's visuals, really. Yeah, that's true, it doesn't have the Evo 8, it has the Evo 7 as the latest. But it's always kind of hard to just have a car before it's released, so I always assume cars are always at least a year behind the schedule in a racing game. I mean, unless you just, of course, today you can just patch them up and add them online, but before it wasn't the case. The rain effect on the road is actually so pretty. Maybe it is exaggerated. I don't care. It just looks good. The water coming out of the cars, it looks really good. It doesn't really serve much on a handling purpose. The chaser can actually sweep the entire game. If you buy the chaser, you don't need to buy a second car. It's that good. Yeah, the set concept is kind of funny. I still have a bit of a traumatic memory with that thing beating me in Polyphony Digital Cup and GT3. That's one race we'll have to get into one of these days. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, seriously, please leave a like on the stream so this channel keeps being recommended to YouTube and I stop being beaten by YouTube's algorithm and I can actually start, you know, pressuring it into recommending my videos on the streams. Rolling guy number 5. Sure, there's surely a lot of you. Does it get more classic than AE86 versus S13 for these Japanese cars? My car of choice was an NSX for that, which was kind of broken in its own right. But still, it was a bit of a fight with my mediocre driving skills of the children against the set concept. Oh, no, 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 no. I have a car behind me, which I actually need to beat. Gonna wait with our indicators here. I'm just gonna do the right thing and just wait at the side of the road with our indicators until our target appears. This guy's from another area, I think. Sometimes you just have a mixed match of opponents coming into the inner loop. There's a lot of opponents that you need to beat in Tokyo, really. It's the most packed area of the map, of the game. It's the most packed map of the game, really. Especially in C1. C1 is ridiculously packed of opponents to the point where it becomes hard to manage at later stages. Oh, I can try. I'm not using overboost, which is a good sign too. Beating them on handling. I need to start realizing that my sitting position is atrocious and I need to correct it. When I realize it's like, oh god, how can I be sitting like this? It's just concerning. I think that's Wanderer? Yeah. Not sure if it's going to accept my battle. Yeah, it's going to accept my battle. Okay. I don't know what are your requirements, but it works for me. I mean, you cannot share links on YouTube, period, when it comes to sites on the chat. It just gets blocked outright. So, it's not something that I have control of, it's just a YouTube policy. We do have a Discord server if you want to join, the link is in the description. But yeah, we also try to avoid sharing links there because of all the repercussions that it could have. I mean, in a way, it makes sense. I mean, you don't really know what's behind each link, and sure, you have good intentions, but not everyone does. At the same time, I mean, sharing a link of something which will issue a takedown on the site so public is actually a bit of a risk. Especially when a lot of people are just so eager to take out game sites and things like that, so I'm kind of positive, and even if I don't agree with the policy, I can understand why it exists. And it's always good that these things require a bit of effort to find in my experience, because if they're just too easy to find, what happens is the takedown comes relatively soon, and then we end up losing a ton of games because, oh, turns out everyone has found out about the site, it is time to nuke the site. And it's always like this. The amount of cases that I have found that exist of these issues just being like that is just endless. Wishes for the next TXR. I was kind of talking about that earlier, but not really. I don't really know what's their plan. I would like to have something with multiple maps like TXR3 in a way, not only just Tokyo. I really like this having 3 regions to conquer system, really. So it will be nice to have 3 different areas. Or 2 at least, just not Tokyo, just more than Tokyo, please. God, I hate this corner. Yeah, well, a good thing is just not mentioning them, yeah. Because they're relatively easy to find with a Google search. Where is my next opponent? I mean, I would like them to be on release, really, just adding them later. I mean, sure, I mean, okay, but it would be nice if they were there from day one. I personally believe that they're just gonna do Tokyo. Just doesn't make much sense to add more regions in my brain. Yeah, in a way I kind of try to do the same, Ace. I don't really try to just be too public about where I get things, because one, if I find them, everyone else can find them. It doesn't really take much effort. And second, it's kind of a means of protecting the sites that actually offer them, so they don't become mainstream and suddenly everyone knows about them, and oh, in a few months they're gonna be down. I mean, I have to start doing gyms, seriously. I can afford to start doing something more to build a bit of muscle, really. But I don't really like going at gyms. I like just being alone. To be fair, TXR3 was also marketed in the same way. You see these things? These yellow bands? They exist to just pretend that the game is just a closed traffic area. That's why there's no different cars in the game, or so the rumor says. But yeah, that has been a marketing thing since DXR3, really. So I don't think it's a problem. If I go out at 3 AM in here, odds are I will come back home in a body bag, really. It would be nice if things were as calm to actually be able to go out whenever I wanted to. No. I mean, anything we can say about the game is just pure speculation at this point. Yeah, the yellow yes, it's just so fun. It's a staple of the game, really. There's no question about it. It's just really, really funny. Oh, yeah. I was sure I will trigger this guy. Famous YouTuber. I mean, that's the first mistake of that sentence, assuming that I'm famous. You tell me stay after the one. I mean, the problem with here is that the level of insecurity that we have on people just being able to commit crimes means that going out at certain times is a really bad idea. I mean, you're not safe at any time of the year. I mean, pickpocketing and thieves are just roaming around every single day, at every single time of the day. I mean, probably the number says I'm not. I'll need to get a bit bigger if I want to be considered famous, and that's where you, all of you, can help me by just leaving a like on the stream and maybe even sharing my streams on different groups and Discord servers. honestly, I wouldn't mind if it's just one traffic car for the throwback into the yellow band, but yeah, it gets a bit repetitive. You know how people say piracy is a matter of costs? I think street racing is also a matter of costs. If the only option you have is to go street racing because tracks are ridiculously expensive or not open to the public and things like that, it's just... The solution will be to have other outlets for people to drive their cars. Of course, there's always people who are going to do stupid things, but you will minimize the amount of people doing stupid things if you actually remove the incentives and give them more opportunities to do the thing they want and more reasonable spaces in this case, you know, when it comes to racing cars. Of course, it doesn't apply to other topics, but the topic of cars and street racing 100% is one of those. Because it's borderline impossible to actually go to a racetrack unless it's a kind of an organized track day. And not all countries have actually organized track days to actually go and enjoy. How many races have I done? Yeah, it seems pretty hard to actually race in Japan. Like, the streets are narrow, they're packed of cars. It seems like an absolutely stupid idea. You will never get any... You won't get too far. I mean, I will never consider street racing altogether, but here, let's say the roads are atrocious. It's all straight roads and 90-degree turns, so it's borderline impossible. The conditions of the streets are atrocious. I mean, government. The problem with that line, Gunther, is the fact government makes a racetrack. Government should never make a racetrack, in the same way that they should never make stadiums or anything like that. It should always be a private endeavor. But the problem is the fact that even if it's a private endeavor, the amount of things that you need to operate a racetrack make it just so that they're only open in really limited situations. For track days, for example, you need to have ambulances and things like that can actually respond in case that there's an accident. You need vehicles to actually remove cars that actually crash or stall in the middle of the road or something like that. I understand that, you know, working with cars is pretty complicated, sure. But again, if you want to stop people considering crimes to actually, you know, get their fix of racing, then maybe you should consider, you know, lowering the costs of racing in the tracks, really. But, you know, it's just hopeful thinking, really, wishful thinking, really. Sure, I'll probably beat this one guy and start considering ending the night so I can actually get new tires. Honestly, my ideal, you know, will be that there's a relatively low requirement racing series that is open to a variety of cars. Without much modifications, nothing crazy, just suspension, tires, brake pads, things that to actually make the cars consistent in track and relatively safe. And be able to race in that series throughout the year, you know, and that will be a pretty good way to get your fix out of without street racing, really. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you live near a racetrack and you're just going to complain about noise, then that's a you problem. And then again, we have to consider what degree of noise is noise. Because if I'm, I don't know, 20 kilometers away, which in miles will be, I don't know, but probably a hefty amount of miles, I really struggle to believe that you will actually hear that much coming out of the track. And racetracks are usually built in pretty isolated areas in anyway, so unless some exceptions exist, which I'm pretty sure they do, most of them are just built out in the middle of nowhere. You know, I said I was going to send the car into the garage, but it's driving well so far. You're probably close to me. Yeah, I suppose it's kind of a tough thing to manage because, well, you need places to live, don't you? Oh, I was going to change the tires and I just realized it's still raining. Interesting. By the way, I noticed that we don't have a top super chat and we also don't have a Confather for this month already. For those wondering, the Confather is the member who gives the most memberships out for this channel every month, and I feature them at the end of each video, so if you all are interested in the title, then you can always gift a couple of memberships and you'll be helping out the channel in the process. Oh no! Oh well, at least he crashed into it too. Yeah, Laguna is always having issues with noise complaints. But they never go anywhere, really. I am using the fix. I mean, why would I... What makes you think that I'm not using it? Honest question. Because I don't think you can define what I'm using and not using at first glance. It's a patch on the emulator, you just enable it and off you go. I think this is a Wanderer. Yeah, it's also a Wanderer. Did he actually have an accident in the track or just near the track? Because that seems like a really stupid reason to actually want the place closed down. I mean, that's a degree of mental illness that I cannot even start to describe because YouTube will ban me. This corner just breaks the AI, really. I mean, he didn't even reach it, but if you ever need a quick win against the AI, just using that corner is ideal. And with faster cars, it gets even worse. So yeah, that's a pretty good spot if you can actually lure the AI into it. Always use it to your advantage. By the way, tomorrow I'm uploading a video with my first online races in Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm sure all of you are interested in watching that, so it's going up tomorrow, and a pretty mixed experience, really. I mean, then again, I just joined random servers, and I had some fun races, and not some other which weren't so fun, and it's kind of funny to me how it's funny because people start quitting the race, and you start climbing positions because they quit the server, and you end up clocking and on really high places because, well, most of the grid left. I don't really watch football. Not at all. Hey. Hey! S13. Well, that's my first boss on the C1, actually. Okay, he's pretty close to me. He's holding surprisingly well. That exit does open when the full map is unlocked. And he crashed out. Oh, not that debate, by the love of God. I just use it for the sake of, clarity. Because I don't know where everyone's, countries of origin, so maybe they don't understand it when I'm talking about it. Oh, another sedan. Honestly, I'm interested in neither, so yeah. I'm not too much into sports, really. I find them kind of boring. As a whole, all of them. Every single one of them. If it doesn't have cars, then I'm probably not interested. Motorbikes are cool, but I'm not well versed enough to actually talk about them. That was a very nice drift, actually. Another day, another opponent I have beaten. Nobody jumping me, so that's good. Haven't done many races, have I? I still have a couple of races more. Until those tires give up on me. I should have braked earlier. I mean, Argentina has a pretty rich story in overall sports, really. So you're kind of exposed to them by living here. It's just a shame that the sport that I'm actually interested in this country is kind of impossible to enjoy. Everything else, sure, you can, but motorsports, nah, that's pretty hard. Sport car killer. I mean, you're not killing any sport cars tonight, are you? So much for that. This is probably my least favorite part of the C1 loop, just having to drive, trying to find opponents. It can get pretty tedious. And there's not enough pit and exits to actually refresh the traffic. The racers, I mean. You know what I mean. So you have to go all the way into the other area to actually enter, leave, and have new cars appear on the map. It's a bit time consuming, to be honest. Honestly, removing the Wangan of Tokyo is just... It's just the most important part of the map. Just kind of tragic, really. It's the part where everyone wants to go. You know, where you have the final battles of the playthrough. That's what you aim to drive. Where you aim to drive, and removing it just feels disappointing. I mean, I suppose it makes sense that if you don't have access to the track, to the area that you want to feature, that it's not available. But come on, you have to be a bit more clever than that. You know what people want out of your games, don't you? I expect that you know what people want out of your games. Hey, new racers. Ah, almost. Oh, here you are. I was wondering how many of these rolling guys I had to beat until the boss appeared. Finally. Driving slow cars in the rain in this game is pretty fun. Everything goes a bit crazy when you start driving faster cars though, but driving slow cars is pretty nice. Ah, there you are, that's why. Oh god, stop flashbanging me, game. I was wondering why number 2 didn't appear. There it is, that's number 2. The double battle. Why am I a patient microbe game? Please explain. What makes me a microbe game? It's kind of despective of you. Okay, drift, I guess. Yeah, it's really funny to have two-way battles, really. I really like it too. When the opportunity arises, it's pretty cool. CXR is truly a mixture of a racing game with a fighting game when you think about it. How to work in 10 minutes. Ah, well, you know. Life is life, Tokyo. Hope you're doing well. Good luck at your work day. Or afternoon, or night, whatever you have to do. I'm doing okay, thank you for asking. Just playing a bit of TXR and taking care of a few things for the channel. New video coming out tomorrow, don't get stuck on the wall, please. Oh, you got stuck on the wall, thank you. That makes my life easier. Please make it, please make it. No. Oh, okay. See, that's what I mean. They just cannot take that corner whatsoever. At this point, I'm going to get pretty close to unlocking engine swaps for the S13. Oh yeah, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Putting a ton of miles on this thing. No idea, but I'm just mentioning it. I mean, it's probably too soon to think about engine swaps anyway. Just found it funny that I'm getting closer to just being halfway there. It is like 900 and something miles, I think. I could probably just throw an engine swap into this thing and use it until it goes. It's just not feasible anymore. That could be an interesting idea. A good way to save money too. Engine swaps are usually cheaper than engine mods, so that's a pretty good idea. And a whip party, that's interesting. Hope it goes well. Honestly, the best swap for the FD is usually the rotary engine. With that thing you can just destroy the entire game. If I wanted a broken car, that's exactly what I will do right now, because I have the FT. I'll just use it and just go into autopilot, and whenever I want to get the engine swap, I get the engine swap. Hey, welcome mercenary, welcome to stream, hope you're doing well. Nah, nothing too hard today, just cruising in TXR and beating random racers, really. I suppose the charter is coming through other means, really. Like seeing those empty bars on the bottom of the layout. That's eating my brain. Yeah, there's no way that guy's gonna get close to me. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, I will seriously encourage you to leave a like on the stream so you can help this channel to keep growing. You don't even have to stop watching, you can just tap the like button. Off you go. It's that simple. Yeah, I mean, I only have weight reduction stage 1, I think, and I did that. Honestly, I don't really think I need to touch the car too much. I think the car's doing really well so far. Oh, okay. The car already has a wing. See this thing? See this thing on the back? It's already a wing and it's already producing downforce. So yeah, it doesn't need a different wing. If I need advice, I'll ask for it. But the car is doing surprisingly well, so I obviously don't need it. Nah, I didn't want to go with the S13. I usually don't like it as much. I don't have the best memory of it, but it's probably alright. Hey. No, I don't want to race you. How do you... Yeah. I have already raced you. I probably need to go back. And see who's that guy. Tall headlights, why not? Why did I say tall headlight? Bright headlight. High beams. That's why it's so high. Hey, nah! Ah. I don't think that guy is part of a crew. I think that's a wanderer. There's only one way to find out, though. No, that's part of a crew. Another E86. Right, okay, thank you for dropping by. Good luck at work. The difference between the 85 and the 86 lies on the engine. My god, you're unbearable. Oh, I didn't cancel in time. You're joking, really. Forgot which button it is to cancel. I think it's square. Same as headlights. Okay, that works for me. Was in an S13. I think the main boss of Tokyo right now drives an S15, which is pretty tough actually. And then you have Jackknife, which drives an S13 and is the first to appear after you defeat a couple of crews. Those tires are kind of dead actually. It is time to call it a day. That car. The Pulsar. That's pretty nice. I like those rims. Parts. Brakes level 2. It's finally sunny. Okay, so go for settings. No. Shop. Tires. Front. I'm going to go for the slick tires. Anyway, I really think I want a body kit for the standard body. The question is which. I think this looks okay. Doesn't look too out of place. These two surely look out of place. This surely looks out of place. It's gotta be this one. Yeah, grinding in this game is kind of annoying, really. It's really hard to actually earn money. Really. Can make grill carbon fiber too, that's insane. Mirrors are already changed. Over fenders. I don't know. Rear bumpers. Okay, let's see what can I put as rear bumper. The difference between this and this, actually. It's really lower spoiler. I think I like this, actually. Yeah, I think I like this. The XRD2 with sponsors is completely busted, yeah. Side skirts, which one I want? Probably this one, they look pretty stock. It's looking okay with the tools I'm given. I think I'm gonna spend money with this. Probably 64. They all have the same effect on weight, it seems. I'm not that I'm not that desperate for a 1 kilogram loss. I don't like those front headlights. I don't like them either. Do I want to change the color maybe? Maybe I like the orange. No, I actually like the old yellow headlights. Never mind. Taillights. I do not like those taillights. And I don't like those either. Light blinkers actually looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. But I really like the... I just have a thing for orange indicators. For me, they just look better. I don't know. Oh yeah, sticker set. I wanted to... Let's just put the Genki sticker, yeah. Powertrain, brakes. So brakes are heavier, never mind. Clutch level 2. For 3k I can afford it. Transmission level 2. For a kilogram I'm not that concerned. I can actually put a bigger muffler on this thing, that's good. Cooling is here. Engine 5, in case I need it, will be good. But I don't need it now. They have a lot of I don't have more weight reduction stages? You're joking. I have 3 stages of reinforcement for some reason. Not only lonely drivers, but completely broke drivers too. As it, I guess that's going to be destiny for me. Always broke. And looking at used cars because I can't actually afford a 30-year-old car. That's life. Seems that this area is relatively clean. There's not that many teams in here. This is probably the last part of SS. I'll have to be careful because I could get jumped by Jackknife anytime now, which isn't good. Actually, reinforcement isn't that irrelevant, because if you maxed out the car without reinforcement, the handling is really unwieldy. But yeah, weight reduction is more important. I mean, I have 3 stages of reinforcement and only 1 stage of weight reduction, so reinforcement the stages are unlocking way earlier than weight reduction, which isn't good. I do believe TXR0 did weight reduction upgrades much better, though. I agree with that. Nobody, okay. Thinking about it, maybe I just want to have the clear headlight. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with the way the front looks. I don't want to change anything wrong. I never watched Long and Midnight, actually. Seriously. The car feels slightly lighter, I guess. Or maybe it's just the fact that I'm driving without rain and I forgot how the dry tarmac feels. Very strong possibility that. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, that worked out. I always heard that it was a bit different, and then again I'm not expecting it to be initial D with different cars, but I mean I'm concerned about having a good piece of, you know, good media, good story, good things overall. I will be interested if it was better, but yeah. Streaming, single stream wants me to it's making me want to replay Midnight Club 3 for some reason. It's never a bad time to replay Midnight Club 3 if you want to lose more hair, really. If you want to accelerate aging, then Midnight Club 3 is the game for you, absolutely. By the way, if you haven't left a like on the stream, I will seriously appreciate it if you leave a like on the stream, so this channel can keep on growing. Oh look, it's a Legacy V4. Those are pretty nice cars. I actually like the Legacy in a way, a bit more than I like the Impreza. Of course, the Impreza is just, you know, the iconic rally car and everything, but the Legacy is really cool, and it's often forgotten and overshadowed by the Impreza, and they have some pretty good pairings. Oh no. Oh, I hate this wall. Of course, I just lose control at the worst moment possible. But he crashed into it, so it's fine. Beating one station a day just seems like a nightmare for tires, really. I will go insane. Personally, I prefer Blow-Eye more than... Okay, it's nice, but I prefer Blow-Eye above there at the mall. Bug-Eye looks kind of weird to me. I mean, it's alright, but if I had to choose, for me, it's Blow-Eye. Heaven's 4-door. I have to wonder, what are you running on that car that makes it so divine? I have to read your bio. Never mind, this completely gone. Well, guess he's going to heaven. Not getting the boss of this. Oh, there you are. There you are. You made me think that you didn't appear. I actually don't remember the engines of the STI Imprezas. No. That guy is pretty close to me. I'm probably gonna get jumped now. No. Okay. They have to win more teams, it seems. Makes sense. Yeah, I'm probably missing a few teams, but I thought Jackknife appeared up in the middle, but no, you have to beat all C1 teams for him to appear, which includes inner and outer loop, if I recall. And then you have the guy which drives the Lexus Bloodhound, which appears after you beat the other area. And after you beat both, the S13 appears, and that's the toughest one out. Oh yeah, the displacements are different, yeah. Bugeye has smaller engine, yes, to little. And then they switched to the bigger engine, 2.5. Didn't have enough speed to actually jump him and start first, but it doesn't matter really. I'll be fine anyway. Hellish Porton. Yeah, the names are pretty funny. You always have a good laugh with those. By the way, I will really appreciate if you all could leave a like on the stream if you haven't already, so this stream can keep on growing and more people get to discover this channel, which is, you know, I'm trying to get it off the ground and keep on growing, really. There's a new video tomorrow and even bigger things for the end of the month, so I will stay tuned if I were you. I think I'm gonna save more time if I actually go the wrong way around. Yeah, we're missing again. Going sideways now. Going the wrong way now. It's not a matter of can I avoid all the traffic cars, it's a matter of when you will crash against the traffic car. Because for some reason, they speed up when you drive the wrong way. I'm sure I'm not insane. They absolutely speed up when you drive the wrong way. They drive much faster for some reason. I didn't even try to avoid that one either. Hey, don't you see me? I'm here. Found you! I don't think this is the guy I want to beat though. No, he's from another team. I think I'll have to enter the rest area and see what comes out of there. More wrong way driving. Coming through. I swear I'm sober, I haven't drunk anything today outside water. Unless one of you has managed to change my bottle of water with a bottle of vodka, we shall be fine. Gonna stop it. I'm actually going to enter and reroll the opponents. I should probably have better options this way. Okay, simple. Doesn't take much more than that. Let's return to the inner loop. Ah. Ah. Okay. Nobody knew. I see. Maybe we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Ow. What are you? Yeah, I guess my only option is going to the other side of the Legacy Wagon, by the way. That's cool. That's really cool. Something I love is that they actually managed to render the Bilstein badges on these cars, which have them like the legacies, and you can kind of see them. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do, but could you start moving? Phew! I was pretty lucky. You like those pants because they're yellow. They do not have a German engine inside of them. What do you mean, these pants? I mean, they could have a... They have a diesel engine. I don't know who made them. Kind of hard to just avoid them though, I'm just mentally attracted to them. Not encountering any racers. Look, I see something bright and yellow, and I'll probably look at it. Liking it is one thing, but I will look at it. I will seriously look at it. official traffic. Yeah, pretty much. It's the official traffic car, you see. Don't accept any knockoff traffic cars. This is the official Tokyo Xtreme Racer traffic car. Now yours for $9.99. If you call us now, we'll give you special 2+2 on 1. You'll receive 2 official Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 traffic cars for the price of 1. But wait, there's more. If you give us $15 extra, we will actually send you a Nissan Silvia S13 1/64 scale car to pair with your two official Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 traffic cars. The deal of the century. And I cannot think of any more lines to actually continue my advertisement of the official Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3 traffic car. Hey, I appreciate the speed boost. I think I'm gonna have a boss spot. No? Okay. Rainbow Bridge looks pretty cool here. Dr. Slug. Yeah, we can say that speed isn't his area of expertise. Oh, this is a C1 Outer team. Oh, God. This is where they mix up. This is where things get a bit complicated to manage. That's a C1 Outer crew. Wait, is that car just following me? Play the waiting game, see who comes. Yeah. Oh God, this is a C1 Outer team? I'm starting to doubt myself. I'll just have to look at the bio then. See where this team operates. Because I could swear that's a C1 Outer team, not a C1 Inner team. This is the part of the opponent hunting where things get a bit tedious, because you'll probably end up doing a few laps of the C1 to just catch one opponent. And I seen the other guy on the other side, so go after him. Yeah, there's 2 racers there. How many races have we done? 8, we're fine. We're completely fine. These 2 merge on the same spot. I'm stupid. Doesn't matter which one you take, they both merge and they both merge here, so you can take whatever you need. Depending on the race. Oh my god, boys, crack. Please, boys, get back in order. This is another wanderer. Right. Damn. Oh, come on. How far do you want me to be? There we go. Ah, so much for that. So much to be rejected. Get out of here. Waste of time. Waste of space. Waste of oxygen. And waste of a good FC. I should give this game a try if you have a decent controller. Absolutely. The handling can be a bit weird, but it's really fun in its own right. That's another team. That's another FC though. Yeah, as far as I know, they help with the old One Gun Midnight games. God, you cannot read and drive. No, of course, of course, of course. Let me through, thank you. What would I think about a Tixer style game with a bit more cities and a worldwide roster of cars? I think that there's no negatives there. That sounds like a really good idea. What's the trade-off? How many souls do you want me to offer to actually make that a reality? Right now I can probably lure a couple of souls into signing their freedom away to actually make that game a reality. Is the guy I'm looking for? No, this is just part of the other team. Sure, it works. S13 versus S13. TXR is like a... I always say that TXR is a racing game mixed with a fighting game when you think about it. There's not that many RPG elements to it, to be honest. Oh. Wrong time, wrong place. C1 inner. C1 inner. Why would they make import cars more pricey? That's just so stupid in racing games. Added parts. Hey, more weight reduction. Finally. Gran Turismo Ultima. Nissan Gloria. I mean, I could drive this. Sure. Half of TXR is reading the BIOS. I agree, actually. So let's see what do we have here. I want to check something on the other teams. You just need to beat our gangs and CWL. So you need to beat these three, okay. And then it's all kind of completed on the C1 loop. So let's see the rolling, guys. Convenience store clerk. He was forced to become the team leader when his brother suddenly left the team. Now he attacks the Kanjo-sen with even more gusto than his older brother, Rolling Master, who frequents Tokyo as a rival. So as a wanderer, okay. Originally being a machine tuned for the mountain passes, it has been strengthened well. It is ironic that it has been tuned in order to supplement that mobility, resulting in a tendency to oversteer. I do not know what you try to say there, but sure. I'll buy everything. Bartender, rolling guy number 2. He's a good, understanding person who supports the new leader. It turns out that he's supporting a leader who tends out to collapse from pressure. He likes to attack corners by drifting, but he doesn't realize that the degree slowdown that occurs. He's troubled he is troubled that his start up is further slowed down because he sets his gear ratio relatively high. Oh, that's a sentence. So he has. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Why will you set your gear ratios high with a low-powered car? With a drifting skill polished at the pier, he has a highly reputed driving technique in mountain passes. Even after transferring to the Kanjo-sen, he has been able to use his inherent skill on the course. He's quite surprised that the tuning gear to mountain passes is appropriate for the Kanjo-sen, and concerned with excessively high-speed battles. His specialty is scanning through corners. This is much worse than Google Translate. Alright, random, I thank you for dropping by. An engineering department graduate student, he's particular about battle theory and ideals. He sets the ideal course line and endeavors to drive it to precision. Although he tried to create a top performance machine based on calculations and data, he has made a huge miscalculations in terms of funding for the endeavor. Oof! So there's no money. Back. It was the rolling guy number 5. He joined the team simultaneously with member Takayanagi, but in complete contrast to Takayanagi, he operates the car relying on feeling. He has masterful control but lacks concentration, I can relate. Being a freelancer, he's always short of funds and plagued with not being able to invest in his machine, so he's broke. I can relate. In order to win battles with a powerless machine, he tends to squeeze himself in front and block. He recently joined the team. He met with the previous leader, Tetsu Kobayakawa, here, and then even studied driving under him. Now that Tetsu has left the team, he pours his energies into daily training. Due to his tender age of 18, his driving is somewhat rough and unrefined. He claims a particular specialty in the Ginza neighborhood of the Kanjo-sen. Okay, that's all of them. 6. Fine drive. There's an established evaluation for machine control in order to become 2 words, become a future professional racer. He made the Shotoku his original foothold and began his activities there. Oh my god, and began his activities there. Your English is worse than mine, game, and you're giving me an absolute headache. To allow the rear to glide smoothly, he has installed tires, different grips for the front and rear. Interesting. Steering response is also quick, and the brake balance tends to be towards the rear. Okay, number 2. He was discouraged not being blessed with rivals. But after changing cars, his condition improved. To him, drifting was merely for fun, but he's beginning to incorporate it as an element for winning. The rigidly set spring rates and dampers were producing a menacing understeer. It seems as he's raising tension by putting himself in a situation where cornering without drifting is impossible. What? Drifter in hell. He used to drive in the mountain passes, but for the last several years he has been roaming in the Shotoku. His drift control is second to none. His original street name meant Traveler from Hell. Okay. Yeah, TXRD2's translation is miles better. Even Zero's is miles better too. I don't know why this game is just so broken. Although Watanabe, Hoshino, and Yoshida, team members from the first group, that's a bit of a confusing sentence, seem to have opened up a big lead over him. He's nonetheless one of the faster drivers in his team. He's an S13 purist. Oh my god, he's the S13 fanboy. Oh god, no. Acquiring his fourth one, he has entered the realm of maniacal S13 devotion. He has absolutely no interest in anything other than the S13, which puts him in a different mindset. Dude is probably just... his entire life is either driving the S13 or just looking for S13 builds online and just... yeah, it's that... oh god. With a car fundamentally has good balance, his reliable driving method has gained him many victories. Although drifting is not a requirement in his driving style, he has become addicted. Drift baby. They virtually have really similar cars, these two. He's called the strongest 2000cc man. That's a nickname. When it comes to talking about cars, there's no one stopping him. He has an absolute belief that he's faster than Hoshino and cannot be shaken from that belief. His driving is utterly clean, he doesn't excessively block and even yields in line battles. That is not to say he just does not have this competitive spirit instinct in him. Accepting no car other than the FR. What? Oh, okay. What does this word even mean? Here to therefore. Did they just forgot to type a space or what? I'm really confused. Here to therefore he has posted. I don't know what defeat is like. Oh, okay. But you just actually lost to me, so maybe you're discovering what defeat is. His driving is starting to show humbleness and his percentage of victories is rising. He negates the difficult handling inherent in an FR. Oh my god, that's really convoluted. By purposely tending towards an understeering setting, is that what you mean? But since a car's potential is not a simple matter of math, it seems that things don't go according to his logic. I'm lost for words. He had no interest in driving until that he learns the joys of drifting, and he finally began to understand what the attraction was all about. It looks like he's maintaining a 50% victory ratio. He has a high-handed driving personality, forcefully drifting with a purposeful tail slide into even softer angled corners. Okay. This being his reason for driving. He has a bad reputation amongst battle opponents. Why? Explain. By moderating his favorite action of drifting when battling the Shutoko, his battle record has been improving accordingly. His rank within the team is now on the rise. So that his team members don't find out, he has to repetitiously change his settings with an emphasis on grip. Occasionally, he drifts out of obligation, but ironically, that motion slows him down. You can actually read a small description on the teams. Team Fine Drive, because this team believes in good manners, like the safety of other racers and other cars, and unlike other racing teams who race only thinking about themselves, they prohibit blocking and weaving. The leader, Yuichi Ketani, is aspiring to become a professional racer and is using the highway as a basis to polish his skills. The team is also famous for having all their cars as 200SX models. Okay, stop going crazy. Alright everyone, I have a couple of things to do for the next video that's going up tomorrow, so we're going to wrap things up now for the time being. If you haven't left a like on the stream, this is your last chance to do so, seriously. And if you really want to be updated of the things I do, I recommend you join my Discord server. The link is in the description, along with a link to my Patreon if you really want to support me to actually continue doing this for a living, given that I live off your donations and having a stable income each month is massive, so I will really appreciate that. If anyone, wants to join and help me out to continue doing this. But with that said, I want to thank you all of you for joining me. I hope all of you have enjoyed the stream. I hope all of you have a good Sunday night and start your week nicely. Good luck at your work, school, whatever things you have to do tomorrow. And we'll see each other soon for more Tokyo Xtreme Racer 3. Take care and bye for now.